My name is Amy Sherman. I'm a chef, I'm a mom, and I'm a beer drinker. Shocking, I know. That's right, I'm a girl who really likes beer.
Out of the way, boys. What are we drinking?
I mean, why wouldn't I drink beer? As a chef, I love the variety of local ingredients, and I appreciate what it takes to create a great beer. In fact, I've been a home brewer for years. All across the United States, microbreweries are popping up with plenty of atmosphere, plenty of local foods, and of course, plenty of beer. We'll see the ins and outs and the ups and downs behind the taps at some of the country's best microbreweries.
So join me on the Great American Brew Trail as I taste my way across the USA, one pint at a time.
From peaceful northern Michigan to the hustle of one of the state's most progressive cities, we've come to Ann Arbor. This town is packed with locally owned restaurants, lots of Wolverines, and 5 different breweries. Artisan brewer Jolly Pumpkin has 3 different locations, one in Dexter, Michigan, one back up north in Traverse City, and their signature pub in downtown Ann Arbor. I'm here in Dexter at Jolly Pumpkin's production facility with owner Ron. Hello!
Thanks for coming out.
You are not only the owner, you're also the head brewer, correct?
That's right.
Do you have any other weird titles in your pocket?
Chief Squeegee Operator is probably my favorite, but I also go by General Mischief Maker.
I like it. I like what you said about squeegee, because brewing seems like a glamorous job. Is it?
No, it's not. It's actually a very difficult job. It's very physical in a small brewery like this, and it's really a lot of cleaning. It's like you're a beer janitor. You're cleaning up after the yeast. You're cleaning up after every step of the process. So a friend of mine who's the lead brewer for Maui Brewing Company and I, we joke a lot. We send each other a lot of texts. He says I need to start a Twitter called What Ron Cleans.
But your beer is very special. Tell me about what you're doing here.
Well, everything we do here at Jolly Pumpkin, we age in oak. We have a lot of these smaller oak barrels, some larger oak guns that you can see in the back. And
every single beer.
Every single Jolly Pumpkin beer is aged in oak for varying lengths of time, some up to over a year in oak before we blend them. So what we do, I call it wild ale or sour ale. There's actually some contention in the brewing industry now about the term sour and does it apply to our beer and what should we really be calling it. My beer is sour. It's soured from wild yeast, naturally occurring wild yeast. It's in the air all around and souring bacteria. Lactobacillus, the same thing that makes yogurt, essentially.
If you're unfamiliar with this sour beer style, you might want to head down to JP, where they're making this into an art form that fits into the artisanal and local style that's all Ann Arbor.
You can expect just about everything. You can expect friendly service from people that care about you. You can expect great food, of course, great beer. We also have great wines and great spirits that we make ourselves. You can pretty much expect the best dining experience in Ann Arbor.
They can expect a fantastic environment. I mean, just once you walk right into the door, it's just unlike any other place you've been to.
Well, the food is great, as you can see, and the service is superb.
Their food is fantastic, especially their pizzas. I like their specials. I try them quite often, and I like the fact that they use local and organic produce as much as possible.
I love the atmosphere. That was my main thing. And then
What about the atmosphere?
It's very welcoming. Like, you want to come in, you don't feel like you have to get overdressed for this place. You can just enjoy it with friends.
The beers are pretty good. I like the amber ale. It's got a good flavor to it.
The beer is fantastic.
Which beer did you have?
I had the BAM beer, which is their signature beer, I guess. I'm not too familiar with beer, but when I do have it, I mean, like, this is unusual. Like, where I come from, they drink like a lot of Bud and just kind of like your generic types of beer. So once you get something like this, which is just very flavorful, it's much, much better.
We got the IPA, so I don't know. It's actually my first time having IPA, so I can't really tell you what.
Well, you know, an IPA is kind of a little bit bitter. And what did it surprise you about?
It did, actually. The first sip, I didn't know if I'd like it, but it's growing on me.
It was really good. I mean, I'm usually not the biggest, craft drinker. I know a couple of beers, but so far I've liked it a lot.
I think it's the care and the attention to detail that we have. We live in a town where people are conscious and care about the food that they eat and the beers that they drink. They have good palates, and we provide those things for them. We have food that we can guarantee is coming as local and fresh as possible.
Whatever the definition, sour beer is a taste sensation.
I was a professional brewer for years before starting Jolly Pumpkin, and I brewed for other people.
Well, what made you decide to do this? What turns you on about this kind of beer, this style of beer?
The flavor. I'm absolutely intrigued and in love with the flavors that you can create with the souring bacteria, the wild yeast. They create this huge spectrum of flavor that normal brewing yeast just don't produce. Normal brewing yeast do a phenomenal job at a lot of different styles, as you said. We have a primary fermentation in steel with regular brewing yeast before it goes into the oak, and fantastic beers. I love IPAs, fantastic beers. But what happens in here is magic, and that's what really attracts me to it.
What's not to love at Williams Kitchen and Bath?
Do you always find yourself looking for more cabinet space? Does it feel like you need more room for all the chefs in your house? If so, it's time to visit Williams Kitchen and Bath. Williams offers the best selection from top cabinet makers. Stop in today and experience the Williams difference.
What's not to love at Williams Kitchen and Bath?
Ann Arbor is a town that loves food, and Jolly Pumpkin doesn't disappoint. Chef Maggie has created a menu that fits all of Ann Arbor's buzzwords: local, organic, and absolutely delicious. I'm here with Chef Maggie on the deck at JP. You are the head chef.
I am the head chef.
You just told me you were the head of nothing.
The head of nothing.
I'm teasing. But you're also the general manager here.
Yes, yes.
So this is your ship. This is under your command. What do you like about that?
I like being able to kind of guide the vision of this place.
And what is the vision?
The vision is we're very welcoming to everybody. When Ron and I sat down and talked about this place, because his beers were so extreme 3 years ago, we never wanted anybody to walk into this place and feel intimidating. From the menu to the staff, the ambiance of the restaurant, it goes full circle.
How does the pub fit into downtown Ann Arbor?
You know, it fits in really well. Ann Arbor is becoming this beer town, and we're one of 5 microbreweries right now. And the way we all see it in town is that that's a good thing. The more breweries, the better. That just brings in more people that appreciate good beer. But aside from that, we have all these other things that people in Ann Arbor really want as well.
So is it the open fermentation or the oak casks that give Jolly Pumpkin its special taste?
Open fermentation doesn't make the beer sour. A lot of breweries, even here in Michigan, there are other breweries making non-sour beer that have open fermentation. Open fermentation is great for harvesting yeast. You get very fresh yeast off the top that you can then repitch, so it's great for that. It's great for ester development, these fruit notes that we get in the beer. Open fermentation is great for that. But it's really in the oak, again, where that magic happens. And how do we control that? We really can't. We have time, and we monitor them as they go, and when it's time to package a beer, that's when it gets packaged. You can't wait.
Well, what's your take on a sour beer?
My take on a sour beer is absolute brilliance. I drink only sours now.
You're a complete convert.
I am a complete convert.
We do a lot of blending, and our beers are very consistent. A lot of people say, well, but I had batch 17 of La Roja, and then I had batch 22 of La Roja, and they were different. Well, what people have to remember is that we bottle condition our beer, so there's live wild yeast and live brewing yeast in every bottle, so they change and they mature with time.
And when Ron's got time and the space out there, he'll just brew, whatever he feels like, and it's always just good.
Once you try Jolly Pumpkin's beer, you'll be a sour beer convert too. And once you've had a sour with their food, you'll be a regular.
You know, it's a little harder, so what we did with the menu is I kind of look at all the sours that we have and stuff that's coming in, and you kind of have to, because everybody's tastes are so individual around here, that you have to look at the menu as a whole. All the sours go well with everything that we've got on the menu.
In Ann Arbor, people are conscious. People care about where their food comes from. They care about what they put into their bodies.
These look great. Now these have what on them?
It's got red chili chicken, black beans, and it's ancho chili and tomato sauce base. It's got salsa verde on it, Bella Dry Jack, and a 2-year aged cheddar.
Nice. They're delicious.
This is called the shrimp and grits, and it's with some kind of corn succotash and grits cakes, and then some shrimp on top with the different kinds of mushrooms.
The service has been really good. The people have been really nice. Like setting up a reservation and everything was really easy. It's been a good experience.
I had the Calabaza Blanca. It's very sweet and fruity. I feel like it would go good with burgers or something like that.
I ordered the South Pacific pizza. It's kind of pineapple and ham sort of thing.
It's the manager's favorite.
Is it? We'll see it. He has good taste, I'm guessing.
After great beer and great food, what's up next for Jolly Pumpkin?
When I talk to my brewery owner friends, we have these brewery owner friendships, and so, you know, we're all around talking about business, and I say, yeah, I've got this idea for this brewery. It's called Golden Manatee, and all it does is gluten-free beer, and this, that, and the other thing. They're like, what? You already have a brewery. And my other famous line that I say all the time is like, when I retire, I'm going to open a little brewery. It's just going to be a little brewery, and I'm going to make beer. And you already have a little brewery and make beer. What is your problem?
So put these pubs on your list and join me next time on the Great American Brew Trail as I taste my way across the USA, one pint at a time.
Pints and 23 ounces, plus we offer a sampler that incorporates all of our beers.
Well, but that's where having a beer at the end of the day comes in, because that helps you, again, it's one of those things that can calm your brain down and help you focus on what you need to focus on. Ritalin for adults, maybe?
Using the cherries in your beer gives your beer a sense of place, doesn't it? Yes?
Yes.
The correct response is yes. Let's try that again.
Senior member of the guild.
You didn't take Spanish, did you?
Spanish?